Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show, and happy Easter to everyone out there. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time to run live free picks here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Today, picks from the NBA playoffs, 4 games, MLB, 16 games. We do have a doubleheader with the Rockies and the Nationals today. Also, picks from the NHL playoffs. And at the end of the show, we'll have a Parlay peripheral segment, so stay tuned for that. And guys, first thing you want to do is give us that like, that thumbs up. Really helps to build up our audience. Do that right away. We greatly appreciate that. So we're going to meet the cappers and get right to picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much, Tony. Thanks to the Rays and the big giant comeback yesterday. I'll take the 7 straight MLB play of the day. We'll take it in walk-off fashion, back-to-back walk-off fashions for that play of the day. Just when it was looking like you were going to be dead, the Rays tied it up and sent to the extra innings, and then they went down by, it was 10-8 was the final in that one. Yep. Walked it off at the bottom of the 11th on that one. We'll take it for our 7 straight MLB play of the day.
Nice.
But
7 straight.
Definitely some comebacks. I had the Clippers by a 0.5. We'll take that one.
Woo.
And then the other comeback was the Jets in the third period. They were down to the Blues 3-2, and they came into the third and got the 5-3 win. So, knock on some wood, because it was one of those days where I seen some comebacks that went my way instead of going the other way, because those happen. So, can't get too high on those days. On to Sunday's action. Definitely lots of MLB. Some crazy lines in the NBA we're seeing. It looks like what we just seen. So let's get to the NBA and let's get to the NHL slate as well. So some good games here on this Easter Sunday. Let's get to it. Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy everyone as well. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Oh, not much. Coming off a decent day. I hit with the best bet in baseball with the Tigers, and then got that 2.5 that little hook there with the Clippers. Man, that was great. So got that one too. It's Easter, so we're not going to be bad, but you may want to check on your Laker friends after that Timberwolves situation last night. It's just game 1, guys. No, don't freak out. But I didn't have that as a premium. I was going to put that in. I got that at +4, but anyway, so I look forward to that series. But yeah, a lot of good games today on Easter, and ready to go.
That's right, ready to go here. Yeah, out here in LA, a little shocked, more so with the Lakers, of course. The LA Clippers. Oh, and 0-2 for the LA teams. There. Then you put the Dodgers losing, then you got the Angels losing 0-4 here in LA. Ali knows what's happening.
Yeah, rough day for this LA fan here. I mean, I was on the Dodgers. That was looking good till it didn't. I was on the Clippers, which also looked good till it didn't. I unfortunately did not take the points. I got greedy and took the money line. And also took the other 2 early dogs on the money line. My plan was to go Minnesota money line too, but hey, that's the one I kept off my card, and that's the one that came through. You know, it was just one of those days. Not much going right for me, but looking for a big bounce back day today. So yeah, rough one yesterday for me, but we're still here.
Yeah, we'll bounce it back as well. I had a 500 day yesterday. Looked like it makes it come back. I did hit my premium NBA with the over in the Pistons next game, but yeah, Dodgers did me bad. But the Giants helped me out at the end last night. So, but I was out driving now toward Anaheim Stadium. Boy, the fans are back in Anaheim. they make the traffic. They had that horrible traffic yesterday out in that area. But man, we'll see how it happens today. Let's get to the games, guys. NBA. We'll do two at a time here. Grizzlies and Thunder. We see OKC favorite here, 13.5, total 229.5. Magic and Celtics. The Celtics also 13.5. Total sits here at 206. Look at the injury reports. Gigi Jackson and Poulin are out here for Memphis. Gigi not getting much here. I think I saw him in the in one of the G League games not too long ago. On the OKC side, Dang out. Orlando and Boston, both teams with clean injury reports. We go over to Rod.
Yeah, you look at this total in the Celtics game here, and it's 205. What are we looking at? Because we see the last game was 96-76. Ugh. In a game that Boston really didn't give a rat's hoot about. All the others before that, basically, this year, you would have seen, we see 108, 104 for the Magic, 121, 94 for Boston. And then, as I said, most recently, the one on April 9th, where I don't think the Boston Celtics had any interest in that game whatsoever. So give me the over 205 and a half. I think that's just too low for any NBA playoff game. I know these teams can play some defense, but they can also score some offense as well. And I expect this to be at least teams to get into the 100. And we get over the 205.5 in that matchup. What do I like in those two?
Yeah, from Rod. Yeah, I always think over before under early in the series. On over to Chris.
Yeah, I agree with Rod. I think that's just too low there. For that, I think Boston's gonna show up and really act like they're, returning champions, this, that, and the other, and put it, at least if they can put up the majority of it, Orlando can put up the rest of it to get us over 205, 209, wherever we're at. The other one, as much as I don't want to, I think it's just the right play here. You're looking at OKC, Memphis. This is not the same team as Dallas that Memphis just faced. This is OKC. They will slow down Memphis's pace. They're going to control them. I don't think we're going to see quite as many turnovers that Dallas had. So I'm going to lay the big number with OKC. I think they come out game one, punch them in the face, and get the win here big against the Grizzlies.
They're from Chris on El Ninos.
Yeah, sorry, my dog is going nuts over here. But I do agree with the guys that this number seems a little low here for the Celtics Magic game, so it would lean to the over there. I'll look at the dogs in the first half, though. You got to go down and go in the locker room down double digits. That's a lot of points to go. For these teams, I think they at least show up and put up a good fight early. It's the playoffs. They're not just going to come out and say, "Oh, we're up against the better team. We got no shot." No, they're going to give it the best shot they got, and I think they can actually give them a little fight early on at least. So it's looking like 8.5 points for each of these dogs at the half. I'll take them.
Yeah, from El Nino. So when I think about these games, I have to look at OKC. They beat Memphis. All four meetings by 13 or greater points. They have a 9-game win streak against Memphis. That's I got to look here in this playoff series here. I know that that's a good home court advantage in OKC with that. Usually they do the whiteouts. I don't know if they do that here in this one, but they have a pretty good home court there. OKC has covered 2/3 of their home games where they've outscored their opponents by 15 points a game. I'll look at OKC in that spot. The one dog here, actually, I'll look at Orlando plus the points. We know the Celtics have a losing spread record at home. The Magic shooting and defense has shown improvement down the stretch. You just don't have to win. You just have to stay competitive, which I think this Magic team can do here in this spot. So I'll look at Orlando there plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'more Show as we can close out the NBA with these final two games here on the Easter Sunday card. Heat and Cavs 12.5, total 215.5. This has been the big mover from the opener of 10.5. We go to Warriors and Rockets, the lone game with the competitive line here. We got Rockets here 1 now. Total 212.5, 213. Looking at the injury report here for these games here, and Miami and Cleveland, just Kevin Love out. Cleveland clean. Golden State, a clean injury report for Houston, just Landale and Tate out. Start with Rob.
Yeah, and looking at these two matchups here in the NBA, man, I don't know. Houston -1. I'm getting both sides of that going. You got a Golden State team that can score some points. You got a Rockets team that definitely can play some solid defense at home. This game, it could come down to who's got the ball last, and there's a reason it's a point. I've waffled back and forth on both sides going, the Rockets at home have been real good. You look at the Warriors have done on the road. They've actually played pretty good on the road this season. Man, it's just – how's Curry? If Curry gets hot, he can blow out Houston on his own. And then you got Jimmy, playoff Jimmy. I don't know. I like the Rockets squad, so I'm kind of got a soft spot cheering for the Rockets. But this is the Warriors team, man. I really think that they come out experienced, and they Jimmy buckets and Curry, better coach. I think the Warriors come out and punch him in the face. Give me the Warriors there in that matchup. I think the Warriors win game 1 here. I want to take Houston, but I just can't do it. Just cannot do it. Give me the Warriors to punch the Rockets right in the mouth. I think everybody's going to be on this Rockets squad going, go Rockets. Give me the Warriors.
Yeah, Futo, especially if you watch that last Houston and Golden State, the game in Golden State, that did get chippy there with Sengun. No, with Sengun, with Green. Green creating a lot of issues there with Sengun. Dylan Brooks got in there as well. Of course, the coach got in there with verbal back and forth with Curry. So there's some bad blood between Golden State as well as Houston. As we remember, if Golden State if Golden State ever faces Minnesota, we know they've had some issues back in the past before with the chokehold with Green. But there's a little bit of issues there with Houston and the Warriors back in that date when they went over there. On over to Chris.
Yeah, definitely there. Too bad there's not a prop for an injection for Steve Kerr. I think it's coming. And maybe Draymond and Dylan Brooks. But we'll get round 2 of that fight there. I think we see a lot of points in that. I'm gonna take the over in Golden State Houston. I mean, their history is 6-4 to the over. It's like Rod alluded to. This is playoff Golden State with Jimmy and all those guys. But then Houston can also put up some points. You got Jalen Green. You've got Fred VanVleet. So I'm going to take the over in that one. And then going back and forth on that Cleveland, Miami one, I just have to kind of play it out. It's a lean. I think Cleveland wins it, but they really weren't covering games a lot there towards the end. So I made lean with the points with Miami, but I have to see how game 1 goes. I mean, Cleveland with a clean injury report is dangerous. So we'll just have to watch that one. It's just a slight lean on Miami, nothing permanent. But take the over in the Houston Golden State.
Yeah, from Chris on over to Any Notes.
Yeah, again, I'm going to agree that this number seems a bit low here with the Rockets Warriors. I like this one to get over this number. Heat Cavs, I'll take a shot with the Heat again. Same story here to keep it competitive in the first half. They're getting 7.5 points. It's not quite as many as the other two, but I'll still like getting over 2 possessions there going into the half. Also, I like the Warriors early, plus the half point in the first quarter, as Rod was mentioning. If Curry gets hot, it's going to be hard to keep up with him. So all we need is him to really heat up and hit a couple threes for us early. And I think this one could be covered on. I think that's what I'm sticking to. What I'm sticking to for now. Also, for that Draymond Green Sengun fight, I think the Warriors are better off if they do get into a fight and get Green's. Anyway, get him off the court. I think that's a good trade-off for the Warriors if they can get them both ejected. So that should be part of their game plan.
They got under the skin. Well, actually, Sengun, they got a little bit of vertical. Sengun really didn't do any fighting back. That was the thing. It was just even Duko at the end, because I like the way our players handled. We didn't respond with violence. I guess is kind of what he said. But it was a real chippy game. He got elbow to the jaw and. A foul on Green too. That was really instrumental in that game. That really got Green hot. There really wasn't much of a foul. It seemed to me the refs kind of went against the Warriors because of the chippy play of the Warriors there in that game. But it was interesting there reliving that game they had. It was an important game because the Warriors were trying to get out of that play-in spot when the Houston went in there and beat them. So really interesting how this turns out. But since we're on the Warriors, Houston, I'll look at the Warriors. I'll look at Houston for this one reason. The Warriors were not sharp defensively against the Grizzlies. Give them a 49% shooting, 46% from three, blowing that lead. The Rockets have been very strong on that offensive glass for the past 2 months, and defensive rebounding has been a weakness for the Warriors over that stretch. So the one edge I see here with Houston or coming in early is their play on the glass, and I think that'll make the difference here. So I'll look at Houston here in that spot. Yeah, I was looking at this Cleveland game. I'm going to go Cleveland. Miami just came up. I'd expect a bit of a letdown here from Miami after winning 2 straight winner-go-home games. Third straight road game here for Miami. They faced defensively flawed teams in Chicago, Atlanta. Now you're going to face probably one of the best defensive teams in the league in Cleveland. So I'm going to look here at Cleveland here to get it done here. They remember early in the season when they were healthy, they were just pounding teams. I think we're going to see that Cleveland here in game number 1. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Simone Show as we turn our attention over to Major League Baseball for the 16-game card. We mentioned the doubleheader here with the Nationals, and they had a wild one yesterday, but we'll get to it in a little bit. Let's start with Marlins and Phillies. Phillies 312, total 8. It's been all Phillies in this. Well, not really, because the Marlins made it close last night. If you watch the later innings there, a 1-run win for the Phillies. You run line Phillies supporters got pissed off in that 9th inning. White Sox and Red Sox. Look at this big line. Red Sox 280, total 9. Reds and Phillies. We got Reds and Orioles. We got the Orioles $1.73, total 9.5. Guardians and Pirates. Pirates favorite $1.18, total 8.5. Twins and Braves. The Braves $1.13, total 7.5. Let's just take a look here at some of the starting pitching to see if there's any changes here. in this block of games here since the overnight listed starters. And we are still seeing Randy Wynn now, the primary starter now. Wynn primary for Cincinnati. We're going to have an opener there. And he comes up here from the minor leagues. He did pitch, 2 innings last year. So it looks like Wynn starts, and Suter looks to go as well for this Cincinnati Reds team. So it looks like a bullpen game here for Cincinnati today. And let's take a look here at the other games here in this block. And I don't see any pitching changes at all. So we go right over to Rod.
Yeah, look at these games on this time spot. I'm going to take Boston minus the 2.5 here. The White Sox just ass. They're just struggling to hit the ball. If you're not scoring any runs, well, guess what? You're not winning games. It was a close game early, as we alluded to the yesterday's show, where we said, hey, that White Sox pitcher did well in the first. But they gave it up at the bottom of the fifth. Gave up 3 runs in that one, so no first 5 for us there with the White Sox. They burnt it late, and then they lost the game 4-3 to Boston. It's not hitting enough runs, and we're not getting enough run support. It's going to be very tough to win games. They're 0-18 over a 3-game span when they're only hitting $1.75 as a team. So the White Sox are in deep doo-doo in this one. I'll take Boston minus the 2.5 there in that one as they get blown out. And then another one I'm looking at in this last spot, same kind of thing. Look at the Phillies. It's like, hey, you let the Marlins kind of come back and just give them a little bit of hope, right? Yeah, maybe you got some hope. No, not in this one. Luzardo's pitching too well. He's going to mow down all these Marlins. And the Phillies, we know their bats have been rolling, and they can definitely score plenty of runs. I got Jesus Luzardo going 6 innings and mowing down those Marlins. And the Phillies win by at least 3. So pair it up. Take Boston minus the 2.5, Phillies minus the 2.5. Pair those up together as a little parlay, and you'll have a nice little plus money there.
There from Rod. All right. We move right on over to Chris.
Yeah, I did the let's see here. We got Cincinnati, Baltimore. I did that. I think that's the video I did last night when we had Spires, but I guess we've changed now to a bullpen game. Still would lean the over. I mean, I think we know Charlie Morton can get hit, and Cincinnati's bullpen can probably get hit as well. So take the over there. Chicago, Boston, I was looking at the same thing. I was looking at over. I know the White Sox are not hitting, but I mean, both these pitchers have given up 33 earned runs in their last couple starts combined, in 34 innings combined pitching. So I just think we see a little bit over there. Philly, Miami, I'm definitely taking over again, and the Phillies run line in that one. Going to keep rocking that one. And I'm going to go with my Braves today against the Twins. I just I like Holmes a little bit better than I do Joe Ryan. So we'll just take Braves on the money line.
Can't argue that one on over to Alninos.
Yeah, I like the Braves too. Not necessarily the pitching matchup too, maybe, but I still think that they have the better lineup even without Acuna there. So I think that's a good matchup for them to start getting things right after a rough start to their season. Mariners, Blue Jays, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I've been riding the Blue Jays, but yeah, that's a tough pitching matchup today. I kind of like the under in that Pirates Guardians game, and I'm looking at the Guardians for now. And yeah, those other 2 favorites a little overpriced. I wouldn't blame anyone for wanting to take a shot on the dog, but again, as the guy said, they haven't been the best dogs either. White Sox were close yesterday, so if I had to pick one of the 2, I might take another shot on the White Sox here. I think if they get to Houck a little bit, who knows?
Well, yeah, Hawk's the one guy. If any pitch is going to go down, it's going to be Hawk. There, he's been brutal this year to start the season. I agree with the Atlanta play here. Atlanta's been pretty good at home. Twins have dropped their first dropped now 9 of 12 on the road where they hit $190. And the Braves are hitting the ball well at home, 292 in their first 6 home games. So you're going to get some runs there. Minnesota bullpen against the NL near 6. So I'll look here. Twins have not been a good dog here. If you back them at this price range, you've lost 17.5 units the past 2+ seasons. Also, and the Braves have been good at home in their interleague games. I'll take Atlanta in that spot. Give me the over in Miami, Philly. Miami has hit, believe it or not, Miami's hit 286 against the 6 left-handers they faced. And we're not looking for them to win the game, just get a few runs because we know Philadelphia's been hitting the ball well. And this Phillies team has just been hammering this Miami bullpen in this series. I mean, it's just been a hammer, just a hammer to them. So I'll look here at the over in this one. Matter of fact, Miami now 8-2 to the over in their 10-day games. Phillies have gone over in 6 of 8 as their bats have woken up. I like the Guardians. I think it's another short price here. Allen's been pretty good in the starts. Cleveland has hit the ball well during the day. Their bullpen's been good in these spots. And look at their day games for Pittsburgh, hitting $174. It's not really good. When you look at these, Guardians have taken care of business the past 1+ seasons against these bad teams with 380 to 460 win percentage, 11-1 against these really bad teams. I'll look at them in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Dixon Morning Show. Is continue with baseball. Rod's going to have to leave us here in a second. So, Rod, why don't you just go ahead and cover the remainder of the Major League Baseball card?
All right, looking at the remainder of the baseball card. Hey, I'm going to go with the Rays here and Pepe on a nice big plus price. Hey, I know he's going against Fried on the other side of the mound, but hey, those offenses definitely came to life. We've seen some bullpens get used a little bit, and the Rays at a big plus price at home. Can't pass that up. They love to play with the Yankees, so as we've seen a nice big comeback, I think that momentum carries forward there. Give me the Rays at a nice plus price. Another one I'm looking at here is, hey, Tyler Mahle's on the mound, so we'll be fading that guy. I know he's had a good start to the season, but I'm going to continue to fade that guy. Why? Because he may be pitching well, but eventually that's going to come to an end. So I'm going to try to catch the falling knife there. The team likes Mahle for some reason. I don't like Mahle. The team just keeps winning when he's on the mound. I think they're going to lose here this one. So give me the other side of that. Beating the Dodgers once, congratulations. Beating them back-to-back days, tough task. Give me the Dodgers there in that matchup. And then, hey, I was Arizona. Hey, look at you go rolling along. But Tyone's on the mound, so I see Tyone. I run the other way. Big fan of Kelly on the mound, but I think Arizona's bats can get to Tyone and give Kelly some support there in that one for Merrill. And Arizona at the plus price gets the job done there. And then, man, you look at the Rockies. Are they going to win one? I don't know. Maybe they'll finally win one. They've got 3 wins on the year. It'd be like trying to catch a falling knife there with that one in the doubleheader. I like them in the game 2 of the doubleheader. I'll take the Rockies with good old crappy Sensatella, the magician. Right?
I know, man. It's hard to go against Lord on Easter Sunday, though, man. Very hard to do that.
It is.
I thought of that myself. It's very hard to do that.
It is very hard, very hard. But Sensatella is the magician, so I think him at home. I think at the plus price, the game 2. I'm going to take a shot. Not where you want to be going against on Sunday, but we'll take a shot there in game 2 with the Rockies. I never thought of it that way.
I did when I saw that. No. I'm not going that way. All right, Rod. What you got for sale, Rod?
And then bring over to Tony's Picks today. I've got a few things rolling today. Tony's Picks. Hey, we're going for our 8th straight MLB play of the day, so you can scoop that up singly. I got my NHL one-timer crusted with the Jets yesterday, looking to go back-to-back on it. And then I've got a Super Sunday 5-pack where you'll get that MLB play of the day. You'll get the NHL sniper play, and then I got some NBA thrown in there as well. So 2 NHL, 2 NBA, and 1 MLB in that Super Sunday 5-pack. That's the way to go over at Tony's Picks. Have a big winning Sunday. As you can see, we've had a great week. Looking to finish it off strong here on the Sunday slate. But hey, best way to go is take advantage of that 2-for-1 capital promotional over at Tony's Picks. You see it on the side there, 2-for-1 capital promotional. Pairing up with another one of the hot cappers you see here at Tony's Picks. And that's have a big winning Sunday together. If you grab that 2-for-1 pass, grab the rest of the week. Lots of NBA the rest of the week. Moving forward, we got lots of NHL playoffs as well, and definitely throwing some MLB. I've been all week. We've been winning in MLB, NHL, and the NBA. So jump aboard here at Tony's Picks as we heat up.
And on board, Rod over at Tony's Picks. Rod doing great work, as you can see here with the numbers here. Really strong performance here from Rod over yesterday, and also for the year he's put together over close to 2,600 units of profit. All documents. So get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. As you can see, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchase. He'll be credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Remember the promo code Tony T checkout will knock off that 15% off. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you later.
Definitely, everybody, have yourself a happy Easter Sunday. Make it a winning one. We'll catch you guys tomorrow on the morning show. Have a good one.
Show Rod here on the Tony X Morning Show. We'll continue here in baseball. We'll do ready for block 2 from this Easter Sunday, and we will go here with the Mariners Blue Jays. Here we've got the Blue Jays. Boy, they went long yesterday in that game. I can't believe teams could not score runs for 3 with guys on second base. They got to the 12th inning. That was these bullpens had to get out of jams every inning. Mariners here, $1.12 total of 8. Cardinals and Mets. We got the Mets here, $1.37 total of 7. Royals and Tigers. Look now, the Tigers priced at $2.10, that total 7. Yankees and Rays. We got here the Yankees $1.56 total of 8. Athletics and Brewers. We got the Brewers here, $1.26 total here of 8 runs, and we get this one started here with Chris.
Looking at the Seattle Mets one, I'm going to take a shot here with the Mets. Might go run line. It's just $1.40 is a little bit too much on that one for me, but I might take Mets on the run line on that one. We're going to go with, it looks like with Milwaukee and Athletics, maybe a bullpen game for Milwaukee there. I haven't seen any stats on that one here. Can't get a lot of stuff on this guy Henderson. And Milwaukee's bullpen has got an ERA of they're 5.33. They've given up 48 earned runs. So if it turns into that, I'll definitely take the plus points or plus money with the Athletics on that one. Just as that. I'm going to go back to Arizona, Chicago. Going to take the over there. I think these guys can get hit. It's kind of, I know we dropped yesterday. We went to 8 yesterday, which was still whatever, but I think we see some points in that one. I'm going to go the other direction in Kansas City, Detroit. We've got Skubal in that one. I think you can take under first 5. You can take under full game, but I think that's a lower scoring matchup in that one.
There from Chris on around Ninos.
I like the over in that Dodgers Rangers game. I think we see some runs in that one. Miley's put up some great numbers, but I think the Dodgers, again, I don't think he's not as good as his numbers have been this season, still early. And I think the Dodgers start messing those numbers up for him a little bit today. I actually think the value's on the Cardinals today. Sonny Gray is a pretty decent pitcher, and I'll take a shot with the Cardinals here. I also think it hasn't been pretty for the Royals, but again, I want to say the value's on them. I'll probably end up on the Tigers -1 though. I was thinking the value, is definitely on the Royals. I mean, the Tigers are just a bit overpriced here, but I think they win. So I guess my play would be -1 Tigers if I had to bet this one.
Yeah, there from El Nino. So I tell you what I think here about these games. Yeah, I'm gonna look at Toronto here. Seattle has not hit lefties very well. They faced 6 lefties at $1.78. I'll look at them in this spot here. Toronto's had good success at home. They hit the ball very well at home. Toronto there. I can only look at run line with Detroit. They've just been pounded. Their bullpen has been outstanding here. KC's now lost 10 of 12 on the road. They're 4-8 to the run line, losing 8 units. Tigers won 8 out of 9 at home, and in those 8 games, they've covered the run line. KC just can't hit on the road. I'll look at them in that spot. Also here, let's see, we got Athletics in this game. I was looking at Athletics. I think Athletics at the plus price here. Their bullpen has been struggling here in Milwaukee in their day games. The Athletics bullpen has been performing well, and you look at over their past 6 games, it's about 276, and they're 7-4 on the road against right-handed starters. So I'll look at them in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we close out Major League. By the way, no pitching changes for the rest of the card here. We'll close out to Major League Baseball with the following games here. There will be 6 in this block with that doubleheader. Diamondbacks and Cubs. Boy, you got that over, that 9th inning homer with 2 outs. Got you the over in that one for Arizona. Chicago here, $1.25. Total sits here at 7. Dodgers and Rangers. We've got the LA $1.54. Total of 9. In game 1, Nationals, Rockies here. We got the Nats here, $1.09, total 10.5. Giants and Angels. Here, the Giants, $1.08, total 8.5. Padres and Astros, that's your ESPN Sunday night game. $1.20 on the Astros, total 7.5. Your MLB doubleheader here, Nationals and Rockies in game 2. The Nats favorite in game 2, $1.15, total of 10.5. So so the Nationals road favorites, but not by much in both games of this doubleheader. We go on over to Chris.
Let's see here. Okay, so San Diego, Houston. I'm gonna take San Diego on the money line with that one. Backing Cease today on that, and then I'm gonna go. I know the Giants did really well last night against the Angels, but I'm gonna take the Angels. We're getting plus money with them on that, so I'm gonna ride with them today. Just a fade of Verlander on that, if anything. On that game one, Washington, Colorado. I would looking at that now. Let me see how much these guys get hit. Yeah, pretty well. So I take the over in game one. I mean, both these guys, Jake Irvin's 10 earned runs allowed. Kyle Freeland's giving up 13. So take the over in game one. And then kind of based on probably watch game one and see how that goes. But I might lean Colorado game two. I know they've got some getting the plus money there on the money line. So might lean game two, Colorado. Definitely going to watch game one. And then Texas, LA. I lean over that one for whatever reason. I want to take over that. I think these guys get hit today. So we're going to take over in that one as well.
Yeah, from Chris on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I like. Sorry, I did jump the gun on that Rangers Dodgers game, didn't I? But I like. I agree. I mean, Lord forgive me, but I think I'm gonna go against Lord here too. That's just a small lean, nothing crazy. But I think the Rockies can't get it done at home. And I like the Padres too to avoid the sweep there. Tough pitching matchup, but again, I think they have a better lineup and they can avoid the sweep. And Angels Giants, I like this game to go over unless we see a vintage Verlander performance here. I think both these guys can give up some runs and get us over this total. And might lean Rockies. I don't know. I'm actually might just avoid that doubleheader altogether. but yeah, if I had to lean one, it would probably be Rockies in game two for some reason.
There you go from El Nino saying what I think here about these games here. I like the over again, Diamondbacks and Cubs. The Cubs have hit right-handers pretty well, and so have Arizona here. But Kelly, he's been pounded this season. He's been hurt really with the walks, and his strikeout rate 17%. So he's pitching to contact. So I like the over there. Taillon has also been hammered here. He's also dealing with about 19% strikeout rate. But Taillon's given up over 2 home runs per 9 innings. He's been hurt by the home run ball. So I like the over in that one. Let's see here what else we've got here in the Nationals and Colorado. I like game 2 to go over because we saw the run scored yesterday. So you got to go through the bullpen in game 1 and what's left in game 2. We got 2 bad bullpens, and we looked at what Cease is. We're looking here what they're looking at this. Lord has had his issues here with his whip. He's given up almost 2 base runners per inning. A pitcher that strikes out 12%. Zen Natella striking out 8%. He's been hurt by the home run. Boy, I don't know if they can go to the bullpen early in these games because of game 1, whatever happens in game 1. But I definitely like game 2 to go over the total on that one. Zenzatella was just absolutely shelled in his 4 starts there. Also in this block, I like what did it look here in that game here? Yeah, I do like the Angels in this one. Again, Verlander is the key here. And also, San Francisco is batting only $177 against left-handed starters. Kikuchi there on the mound now. He's already made 4 starts. Low whip. He doesn't put on a lot of base runners, which I like here. So I like him in that spot. Matter of fact, you look at the Giants here over the past 1+ seasons, just 10-16 on the road against left-handed starters, losing 6.5 units. So I'll look at the Angels in that spot. And yeah, I'm going to look at San Diego here. San Diego, they do hit lefties pretty well. I know it's Framber. Cease has had his struggles, but again, I got to look at the San Diego bullpen, who's pitched well in their games. And if you can catch the Padres as a dog here of even money to 150, they're 22-12 the past 1+ seasons, returning 13 units. Favorites for Houston's been pretty much a coin flip, but losing 7 units at home as a favorite over the past 1+ season. So I'll look at the Padres in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we'll go right over to the NHL. El Ninos will do the heavy lifting here for the NHL playoffs as we've got 3 games, I believe, on the board here for this Easter Sunday. We got Devils and Carolina Hurricanes. Here, Hurricanes $2, total 5.5. Senators at Maple Leafs. This one pretty good looking matchup, but Leafs here $1.64, total 5.5. We close out tonight with the Wild at Golden Knights. Vegas $2, total 5.5 over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I mean, some pretty big favorites here. So I think they get the job done at home to get the series started. Hurricanes, yes, they struggled a bit down the stretch, but still think they're the better team here. I'll take them -1. Maple Leafs, again, they put a good season together. Centers have played well too, but still like what I've seen out of the Maple Leafs this season, a little bit better. You can get them -1 around even money, so that one's not too bad at all. And again, Golden Knights, I think they get the job done at home. I think they're the better team here. They're all overpriced on the money line, but you can get them pretty decent prices on the -1, so that's where I'm headed. I'm taking them all money line and puck line to get their series off to a good start.
Yeah, from El Nino. So we got you through the NHL. Now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment, where our cappers can give out a parlay. They can give out a team or player prop, game of the future, or play it straight. They make the call here in this segment. We can start with Chris.
Yeah, for your parlay today, we're going to go San Diego money line, Athletics money line, and Angels money line. And then I'll give you the home run prop. I'm going to have to revise one. Eugenio Suarez was in there in the video, but he's been taken out of the lineup today. So we're going to replace him with Marcus Semien, who loves to hit Tyler Glass now. He's got a couple home runs off of him. So we'll take Marcus Semien to hit a home run off of him today.
And there from Chris on over to El Nino's.
I'm going to take these 3 hockey picks -1.
There you go. -1 for 3 hockey. Make it easy there with El Nino's. All right. I'll tell you what I like here. I like laying the points with Cleveland. I like the over in D-backs and Cubs. I like over in game 2, Nationals and the Rockies. All right. We got you through our Parlay Purple segment. Let's take a look here and see what we got rolling here. I'm going to give our shout out to our man, Ron Hahn. Part of our team runs our chat. You can see what Ron's got going on today with his Happy Easter 3-teamer there with OKC Phillies run line and Tigers run line there. Nice little return from my man, Ron Hahn. I catch his picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, guys, let's take a look and see what we got rolling over at Tony's Picks right now. Let's take a look at Chris, what he's got rolling over on the side here for this Sunday card. A lot of mixed sports up there. Chris put together a pretty good run here in Major League Baseball over the past 7 days. Chris, what you got for sale?
Got you guys a best bet in the baseball. Got you a best bet in MLB. I've got 2 picks best bet in NBA. I've got 2 picks in NBA, 3 picks in baseball. Wrapped them all up in a 5-pack for you. Looking at the site now, I guess I did not put the best select which best bet I was going to put in for the NBA, but I'm going to do that right now, so you guys will have that as well. But yeah, for all one price there, get all those picks, all 5 today on Easter. I got you loaded up with some good ones. So yeah, we're gonna have that. If you want to hop on something long term, a week, we've got playoffs right now with the NBA. We've got a loaded card this week of baseball again. So hop on something long term. I get you that late steam action if anybody was to happen to sit in the NBA, or if we have TBDs in baseball, I get you those line movements and things as those come through. 2 for 1 capper. Everybody's on the leaderboard. Everybody's doing really great right now. So 2 people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. So hop on that, and don't forget to use that promo code TonyT at checkout. That'll save you the 15%.
Okay, good. Yeah, kind of with Chris over at Tony's Big C's. Lock and load here for this Sunday card. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased is credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. So Chris is locked and load here for this big Sunday card. Also, you can consider the long-term passes as well over at Tony'sPicks.com. Chris has a really good MLB 2025 season pass you can get on board. Remember, you can also apply the promo code TonyT checkout and save that 15% off. All right, let's take a look here, see what El Nino's has got going over at Tony'sPicks.com. El Nino's put together a good NBA season. El, what you got for sale?
Yeah, unfortunately, gave back a couple 3 units there in the NBA, taking a shot on some dogs that didn't come through for us on the money line. So we swung for the fences and unfortunately struck out on that one. But looking to bounce back today. Got a spread for everyone out there, and was waiting on some better numbers, but looks like it's starting to be about time to fire. So I should have at least one more play out in the NBA now, and definitely your best way to go is always getting those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes, because there should definitely be some steam plays today as well. So make sure you grab one of those. I got my best bet in the NBA and best bet in the MLB so far, but again, I should have plenty more action probably by the top of the hour, actually, rather than more steam plays. But yeah, I like quite a lot of action today. Just was waiting on some better numbers, but yeah, gonna start firing soon.
So fine with Al Nito's over at Tony. Six best bets on the board right now without NB, MLB. Of course, you can also consider the long-term pass. That 7-day pass is pretty good with all the baseball and playoff action coming up here. So get on board with Al Nito's over at TonySpace.com. Remember, all the long-term subscriptions feature all the late Steam plays. All of our member plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. Then our cappers can work throughout the day and night looking for winners for our long-term subscribers. So any play that's entered between 10 minutes to 2 hours of our game time, emailed directly to your inbox with those late Steams using the email that you use for sign up for the service. So get on board with Al Nito's over at TonySpace.com. Remember the promo code TonyT at checkout. Then you'll save that 15% off. All right, I got a best bet on the board right now here from Major League Baseball, as well as a 3-pack mixing 2 of my baseball and NBA. And I'm talking to the producer in MLB for the year. So get on board with me at TonySpace.com. You can consider the 2-for-1 cap promotion. Match me up with your favorite capper here at TonySpace.com and go ahead and get signed up. All right, guys, we're with you here every day here on the Tony Six Morning Show, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us to get these plays. And of course, if you ever happen to miss a show, well, just head on over to our YouTube channel, go to YouTube and hit TonySpix.com in the search bar, and you'll be able to find our archive of our show, yesterday's show as well. Of course, Rod has a show Monday through Friday at 5 Eastern Time with Happy Hour, so you can always check out all the archives if you miss any of our shows here on the Tony Six Morning on Tony Six YouTube channel. Also hit the video tab for a lot more content here on demand. Al Nito's looking for those underdogs. Chris has got great content up there for you as well from baseball, as well as his props. We got also Kevin Thomas with his NBA pick up there. Rod's got you covered. Deep dive in the NHL playoffs for you, so check that out as well. I got my deep dives in MLB as well as NBA. So check out our YouTube channel over at TonySpace.com. We also get contributions in our short series here, both Nick and Brian Biller. So keep an eye there on the Tony YouTube channel. So go ahead and check it out and get subscribe, if you would, to our channel. All right, guys. As we mentioned here about the YouTube content. So of course, Chris, you've got the content up there over at Tony Speaks YouTube.
Hey, yeah, I got you guys a baseball video today in the Cincinnati-Baltimore game. If you guys want to go check that out. Also got you 3 home run props. I did wrote a revision on that one. Since Eugenio Suarez is out of the lineup, I gave you a couple other options. Always looking for those 3. Remember, as I always say, don't parlay them. Not for generational wealth here. Just you're getting plus money with each one of these. Just do them straight. Not trying to make $11,000 off of 50 cents here. So yeah, do those straight, but I just try to find you guys the best value I can with you, and I'll have you some NBA playoff videos coming this week as well.
Okay, good there from Chris. Of course, down. You know, you're always looking for those dogs.
Man, any shot 50 cents to what do you say? I'll take it.
Somebody said to me the other day, I was like, okay.
And super effective.
No. I'm just joking around. Listen to Chris here. Be smart with your money. Sorry, we're
your videos
on videos. Wow. Yeah, got my 3 dogs. I'm mixing it up a little bit today. Have been MLB for a while. Got a couple of NBA there as well for everyone today. So I know there's a lot of early starts today, but there's some later games in that video. If everybody wants to check those out, go ahead and do just that.
Very good. Yeah. So check out Tony Six YouTube channel for our great content. All right. We guys are with you here Monday through Friday, 9:30 Eastern Time. Back again tomorrow. Before anyone have anything to say before we close it out?
Happy Easter. Make it a winning day.
Yeah, happy Easter.
Happy Easter, everybody out there. Goodbye, guys. Make it happy Easter. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Six Morning Show.